What's up, Jay? You still there, buddy? Let me know how I sound. Awesome, thank you. This is playing out nicely so far. Look at where we bounced though. This is so stupid. Swing failure pattern, we come right up. Just front run that liquidity. Let's see if we can find it here. Right, boom, boom. This is the order block. We hit it. We SFP it. We grab the liquidity above it. Work our way back down. It's crazy how this shit fucking works. Let's clean it up. Clean it up. No camera today. I got the wife walking around in the background, so just easier this way. Look at this, looks like it wants bad things to happen. Bad things to happen, look at. 2 day. Was it 3 day? We'll find it, hold on. There it is. There it is. Come up, tap that liquidity, we go down. And look at where we are, right? Just front ran it. Right, I'm in log, right? I'm in log. These in log still? But still, nonetheless, it's here. And we'll dive down. We'll do our top down. We're going to do the top down, then we're going to do a little bit of Klein. We're going to talk about Klein because I'm extremely impressed. I want to talk about it. Let me just post this to the community here. All right. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna start. I want to go to the 4 week. I haven't looked in a while. Let's pull up. Let's go. Start 6 week. I mean, it kind of looks like it wants to bounce here, no? Which it very might do. Very much so might do. 6 week, let's go to 8 week. 7 week. 6 week, 5 week. What's up, Block? Yeah, this looks like it's ready to bounce. I'm gonna sit down. I'm sitting out here. I need to sit. Ooh. Grab a seltzer. Let me know in the chat. You guys like Schweppes or Canada Dry? I'm a Schweppes guy. This is a Schweppes household. I am drinking a Canada Dry though. I'm not happy about it, but I am. Definitely prefer the sweeps. Let's go for it. So right now, when I'm doing this, guys, I'm looking at two things quick, right? I want to see what's going on quick. We did break bearish, right? On the 5-week, we broke bearish. Go to the 6-week quick, just so I can go back up here. 6-week also broke bearish, right? Which is very interesting. We'll go to a different chart in a second. Because this is the first time, like, right, we don't have my 2-candle rule here, not mine, but the 2-candle rule here. So we don't have a change, and we don't have it anywhere but here, right? And now we have the 2-candle rule, and now we have the break. So I want to see what it looks like in previous, we'll call it the previous cycles. But for now, I don't know. Like, yes, this looks like it wants to bounce, but what we could do is this could drag its ass, come up, and then come right back down, and this can do this. Boom! Bitcoin to $0. Maybe. You heard it here first. So yeah, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the oscillator. I want to see how they coincide here. This time frame's a little iffy because it does look like it's ready to potentially pop up, but like, this is a 6-week chart. This could take a long time to really start rounding out and get moving on the candlesticks. So candles definitely come first. 4-week, same shit, right? Like, look at, we got bearish divergence, but money flow is looking thick. Let's see. Let me see something quick. Which one? These should be my settings. If they're not, I'm going to be pissed. Okay, cool. Let's go to regular market cipher. Let's see what that does. Money flow's coming out more because it's taking into account more 4-week candles, right? Like, if I go by that, I think they're at 60. You see how my money flow now. See how it starts up here versus back here. Watch, we go 44. So that's, I like it a little more reactive. That's all. But you know, with this being lowest close, why aren't you behaving? Let's change that. There you go. Sometimes you got to play with it, right? This is, yeah, we got the divergence here, but you know, this money flow is coming out where my money flow is coming up. Now, this, we may be starting to put in a little curvature here on this VWAP, but if this VWAP closes, right, if we get above this zero line, we're going to print a green dot, and that could be super strong, right? And that would make sense for where we are on the candles. It will. But we'll get into that. But we broke bearish here too, right? So remember, if we could take this high, but if we get up into here and you get a good time frame change, like, this could be a crazy short. You know, we have order blocks in this area, but you know, ultimately, like, that $30,000 range where people think it'll never go to again just because they feel it in their plums, right? They feel it. Michael Saylor says it's never. Like, don't say that. Don't say never. Right? Like, let's look at this. Look at the chow chow. You're telling me this is never going to have a little bit of a pullback, a big old pullback, a bigger pullback? Like, if that does that, like, right? What the heck's going to happen to everything else? And you know, it may not happen. It may happen today, tomorrow. It could happen in, like, in another 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. Who knows? Who knows? S&P, right? Same shit. Now, I would love to say, like, you're telling me this will never cool up, but like, it ranges, all right? It ranges, and then it just. So, you know, is it possible to come back down to that $1,500 range? Like, why not? And if it does, what the heck's going to happen to Bitcoin? All right. Well, granted, it may never happen. I don't know. But this is crazy. This is crazy. All right, 4-week. Bada bing, bada boom, bada boom. But this also looks like it's ready to potentially just, you know, flatten out and then roll right back over. And that can put in some serious blood in the streets. It can really do it, right? Also, this just comes down a little bit. Like, these can just absolutely nuke. So the candles, that is. Let's go to the 3-week. You know, is actually really good to look at. Let's take a peek at this because let's look at a few things here. Okay. You can see how this is some sort of supply, right? You can see it here, okay? The candles don't meet the candle rule, but like we come down and then we range for a few weeks. We range for 70 days just about, right? 50 to 70 days before we break. So we're ranging and then boom, we dump it. We came back into that range. Grabbed the liquidity before the dump. Look at, right? Bearish divergence, right? Starting here, we're making higher highs on the candles, we're making lower lows on the, or lower highs on the oscillator. This can absolutely, look at the VWAP. This can absolutely do this. And it kind of looks like it on this view, no? Kind of looks like it. What about this? Ooh. Money high here. Okay, so this money is making more sense where we're also diverting. I think we're diverting on the money flow here. Yeah, we are. So, I don't know, we'll see. Like this can absolutely, right? Like look at this. Make it red. See that? There's so many different ways to use trend lines and curvature and higher highs, higher lows, yada yada yada. Like you don't have to use it all, but don't be naive. Like it's right there in your face. Like that makes sense, no? What about on this one? This one too. Yeah, this one too, right? What are we doing? We're lower highs, lower lows, right? I mean, you're telling me we can't do that? You're telling me we can't do this? Mm-hmm. And where would that be? This is like the low, right? And then what we can do, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna come all the way down, right? We're gonna take this low and we're gonna put in some bullish divergence. We're coming down to $0. That'd be crazy, huh? But use all the tools, guys. Use them all. So that's very interesting. And on the 3 week, I mean, we can come all the way back up to, you know, 100. We'll call it 107 to 127, whatever that was. Oh, let's find it. 126.5-ish, plus or minus. You know, this is still bearish, right? Until we take this high on these high time frames, like this is still a bullish move. Yes, this is bullish, but for a potential retest in a bearish situation that could result in us taking a low back at 60 grand. That'd be, I don't know. I'm expecting it to happen, to be honest, but I'm expecting it because it doesn't look like a strong low to me. Right? I would love to come down, take this low, put in some bullish divergence, some more bullish divergence, because there is some bullish divergence going on, and then continue on our glory way here. The 2 week, right? Bearish divergence, guys. Right? You're seeing this, right? Are you seeing this? I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. Right? I'm seeing it. Maybe, partially. Right? Came up, boom, 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 took the low, take the low, right? If we had, you know, if this dragged out a little longer and we took this low and we put in some bullish divergence and like these lower time frames started to creep up like this, a bullish divergence and curvature, I'd expect the low to be in and eventually at some point for us to rip, ultimately taking the high at 83,000, 84,000, and then, you know, coming into this zone up here, right? Because on the higher time frames, this is unmitigated. But it's not screaming it. It's not screaming it yet. Let's get down to the weekly. Look at it. Bearish divergence. Money flow's still coming out, guys. Yes, we have bullish divergence, but this bullish divergence, right? Lower lows, higher lows. It's bullish divergence. But money flow's still in the red. What did we do? This, you know, and granted, this we could be in for like another drive, right? Come down, take this low, and then go. That's possible, right? This money flow has time to start curving its way up. That's what I'm looking for. That's literally what I'm looking for. But like, look at this trigger wave. we have hidden bearish divergence, right? We have well, it's a high, and then a higher high, but we have a high and a lower high, and in a location that makes sense to reject. I vote we're taking 60 grand. I vote it. That's what I think. 5-day, same shit, right? You know, 4-day, yeah, money flow's kind of coming up, but it's coming right back out. You know, I'm going to take the overall, the consensus of multiple time frames here, and you know, the overall spread, the higher time frames, and the overall curvature and spread of these. You know, like, well, I was talking like the weekly, 2-week, the 3-week. Like, look at this curvature, right? Look at the money flow. It's coming out over time. Like, we still have that bearish divergence and bearish curvature going on, so I can only anticipate lower prices. Well, this is where stuff gets interesting. Right? Let's get down to the daily. Now, let's see some here. You know, it's barely, right? But we have bullish divergence here, bullish curvature. Money flow is obviously, this is the low, I think. Yeah, the money flow is coming up. And, you know, don't get me wrong. If we do not take this low at 75,000, we come back up, we take this high, right? On the daily time frame, that's what's next. The next move, we can range here for a long time, but until we take 82.8, or we'll call it 75, we're going to range, okay? Taking one of those lows will tell you, or the low or the high, will tell you what we're going to do next. If we don't take them, we range. But if we don't take this low, we should take the high. If we don't take the high, we take the low. I know it sounds stupid, but it's just how it works. Yeah, like look at this, right? Look at this curvature. And this is a bounce zone, like I said. So, you know, you get the confirmations. It's a terrible drawing. Take the low, and take the high. Boom, we go. Maybe. Right, but the money flow's thick, so I even if we like the date, let's do a little lower quick. Let's go daily 16. Here's more bearish look, right? Remember, we're taking the overall consensus here. 12-hour, right? 10-hour. Yeah, like this just, even if we come up, right? Let's say we come up, whether it's, you know, into this supply or into this internal supply in these higher time frames, right? Let's go to the daily, sorry. What makes sense is this. And this money flow is going to start trickling out, and this is going to be a hell of an entry for a big short, right? I'm not saying we're not going to go until that happens. I'm not saying that's even going to happen, but that's an option, right? We get to that zone, you start getting confirmations like it's a great location for a big move. Let's get rid of this. Yeah, see? Right into this supply zone. We called all this too. If we go up, this is next, right? And this will be a decisional point. This will be a decisional point. Right? Look at this, right? I mean, it's right here. It's right here. You know, I can't look all the way back here. Right? Yes, we have bullish curvature. Yes, money flow's coming up, but this is so drawn out, right? You got to, for this, you got to use the higher time frames. This kind of already played out. You know, we can. Yeah, we got to break below this guy, otherwise we bounce. And if we do bounce, you know, I'm going to look somewhere in here. Get rid of this. We're getting noisy. 8-hour, what do we have? I kind of like this better. we tap this? No, we did not. Okay, that's another zone. So in a perfect world for me, we'll come in, tap the body, close, but we don't have to. So we'll keep the whole thing. Like, look at this 3-hour money flow. Look at the 4-hour. Like, I think we're taking the low. I really do. Things are lining up short. Bullish divergence, yeah, but it just does. This money flow tells more of a story in these momentum waves, especially when it's like this. Now we can definitely, with this curvature, whoa, there it is. We can definitely come up for this area, for this area. But as of right now, it looks like if it does come up, it's going to be a great shorting opportunity. Interesting. Yeah, especially if we get to this. Let's look. I'm just going to pull up the 15 here, right? Yeah. So we do have the bullish div. Wow, we have a lot of curvature here. A lot of bullish curvature. If we can do something like this in this zone here, because we got the 2 candles here, right? Plus or minus, right? I mean, shit, we can do this. I will be looking to take that long somewhere in here up to these areas. And then I will reassess and I will look for that short that I'm seeing. Yeah, right? Look at this. We get up in here, right? This, oh my God, this is, I wish I was paying the fuck attention. I had a busy morning. Busy morning. Damn you, Scuba Steve. Look at that, right? Let's get rid of this. I'm going to keep this for now. This is all mitigated. Yeah, dude. Damn you. Let's see something quick. I think I do like the 4. Oh, no, here we go. We got a bigger 2, but then the body candle close. Was that the 4? Pretty much. No, I'll just take the 4. Yeah, look at that. Oh, that's a pretty thing to look at. That's a pretty thing to look at. Look at that. All right, let's go up, and I'm going to show you why. Not too high. You got this guy right at the golden pocket. Like, why would you not, right? Because in theory, if we do not take this guy and take this high, we're not going to run this liquidity. So either it's going to hold or it's not. Either it's going to hold or it's not. Why would you not run this? Fuck, I wish I was paying attention. Right? Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful. We're going to find the one that makes sense right here. We are. Boom, we come up, grab liquidity. Boom, we come down, take the low. Why? Because overall, these more medium, higher time frames are saying we're going to continue down. So I find that this level here, and you don't have to hold it all the way down to here, guys. You can just, all right, you know what? I'm going to hold it to liquidity here. It's still a 4.5 to 1. I mean, because of what I'm seeing, I'm holding it longer, right? Bearish divergence coming into this level, you know, I'm inclined to hold. I am. I would have. Damn, that pisses me off. 840, huh? The hell was I doing? What the hell was I doing? Right, and you see something like this, you can do that, and you can hold a little more, right? Hold to the golden pocket. For me personally, like, if we do bounce, like, I know, like, this is a very probable area to go to. Like, why would I not shave a little bit off here, a little bit off here, and maybe leave a little bit of a runner to the end? Because when and if it happens, you're going to say, oh, you fucking knew it. Well, if it plays out, why not? But the technical target is this guy here. Is that 76.5. But that played out beautiful. Oh, that played out beautiful. And you know, these are like all trades too that you can take, or I would take, on a funded account. Right? I'm not scalping the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minute. I really do that anyways. I want to enter on those low time frames on like a 15 and to 4 hour or whatever trade. That way the R&R is insane. It gives me more wiggle room. Right? It gives me more wiggle room. Right? Like let's do something here. This says breakout, but it applies for Klein. You got to check the fees. I think Klein fees are actually a little less than breakout, so whatever this comes down to, you'll see what I'm saying in a second. You could probably even add a little bit more doll hairs for the Klein, but let's say you were to do that, right? Say you were to do this, boom, and you have 100K. You risk 0.5%. This is factoring the fees, right? This red line is break even. This red line is break even. It's a 6 to 1. If you have a 100K account and you risk 0.5%, all right, there you go. 100K, right? 100, 000, 0.5% risk. You are looking at, and this risk management tool is by some good friends of mine. It's called 11X. If you guys are interested, hit me up in the DMs. It is a paid indicator. It comes with the risk management. It comes with the market structure. This is the best indicator I've ever come across. So if you are interested in something like this, like DM me. Leave me a comment here. Let's link up on Discord or something, and we'll get you in touch with them. But yeah, like this trade here, right? Boom, boom, made $3,000, right? So so with Klein, you can do like the 90-10, 80-20, 70-30 splits, a little more customizable than most. You know, and then you go from there, right? Total fees, $165. This is factoring it all in. This is what you're leaving with. So that's pretty fucking sweet, right? This R&R, right? Triple R, real risk to reward is a 6, right? If you were to, let's make it match, baby. Let's make it match. We're making it match. We're making it match. Let's see. If you were to do this without factoring in fees and shit, you're looking at a 9 to 1, right? You see the difference? That's nuts. That is nuts. Maybe I'm off a little bit. I mean, a little bit will make a lot of. No, this is dead nuts, right? 9.5 to 1 versus a real 6 to 1. And I back tested this. I mean, the people who made it, I back tested. They're a lot better than me, but I back tested this, and this thing is dead nuts. Okay, if you're not factoring in the fees, you don't really know what you're doing. In the sense of risk to reward wise. I'm not saying you don't know how to trade, you don't know TA, but you're very not aware of what you're actually taking home. All right, how do you get that? You know, if you don't have this, how do you get this calculation? You're going to do, you're going to take the amount you're putting in, the amount you're risking versus the amount you're actually making. Okay, not what it's saying you think you're going to make. At the end of the day, you know, oh, I should make 100. Oh, well, what the heck happened? You know, $92 hit my account. That's the calculation because that factors the fees. It's very important. But like, this is a trade you take on a prop firm, right? You're not going to, and you can flip this too, right? Let's just say, you know, boom. It's a 2.68. Yeah, is this a trade that you could take? Absolutely. But where are you getting in? How are you actually doing this? Like, you know what I mean? What are you actually doing, right? Say you're doing this. That works, right? This works. Unless you're your win rate allows for a 3.5 R&R. Like, is it worth it for you? And again, I'm looking at the 15-minute. So let's go down to the 5-minute. Let's find a 5-minute trade. Like, this stuff makes sense. You'll see. Hold on. Like, these are all valid scalps, right? I'm gonna say this one here because we got a nice little order block right here. Boom, boom, right? This order block, you enter in your target in the low, which is phenomenal, right? This is great on a regular exchange, but it's less than a 1, right? It's less than a 1-to-1. But if you were to take your actual tool, and you take it at target, that's almost a 3.5 to 1. You can't really do this stuff with the prop firm because of the fees, right? Limit or not, like say you have no slippage, which I'm here to tell you, Klein did not have any slippage. Even if you're doing, you have slippage, like, or no slippage, the R&R is just not enough, right? Look at where the break even is, right? So you need that more, the higher time frame to get in and get out, right? You need this movement to make your money, because you have fees. You have fees, but you don't want to do this in the daily because every day your stuff resets, right? Your drawdown resets at a certain time. And granted, they do make it very transparent, but it's something you got to keep in mind. You're not holding an intraday trade, right? You could be up 100%, 105%. That day resets, and say your drawdowns are set to 3%, your daily drawdown, and you draw, and that thing moves, I don't know, 2%, but you're on 5x leverage for some reason, and now you breached the account and you made no money, right? You need to think about these things. So let's hop over. Let's look at that. How long have we been going here for? That's a good question. I did not start on time. That is for sure. How long have we been going here, Jay? Block. Anybody in here? How long have you been going for? And actually, any questions up until this point? Anything you guys want me to look at or go back over? I'm going to set up to look at Klein, but let me know what you guys think of everything I've talked about so far. All right, let's go, baby. I am going to That's not bad, Jack. That's not bad. 32 minutes. I like 32 minutes. I like 32 minutes. I gotta switch this out. I wanted to pull up the monitor and not my actual trading view, so hang tight. Let me get that situated. But I do want to talk more about Klein because I really do think it could help a lot of you guys. I think there's a lot of misinformation out there on prop firms. I think a lot of people have experienced some shitty ones. So I think the overall consensus of prop firms is a little skewed for some, right? Some, it's probably accurate for some, but like a Klein, what I'm experiencing right now, I think, I don't know, I think it could really help. Let's go to the screen, properties, trading view. No, let's go to the whole display capture. Boom. Let's see. Okay. Okay, apply. Here we go. So this is, let me see something quick. Maybe we'll find a trade right here. That looked like a trade to me. Yeah, we missed it. That's all right. We missed it. That's all right. Right, there's still a short zone here. We have a little resistance in our face. I don't love it, right? Money flow's coming up, yes, but on these low time frames, I would like it to really be, you know, really be up. 5 minute, right? We're still putting in this curvature over here. You're looking for shorts here, guys. It's a little freebie. You're looking for shorts anywhere up here, right? You have supply starting there somewhere. So anywhere up in here, you get that change, like you're going to look to short it. So if you did get long, good for you, good job. Stop loss should be trailed right now. You should be below this low, in my opinion, right? Because if we did, I'm just going to draw what I see. Boom, boom, boom. This is the low. If we go below this, you can look for a re-entry, but you'd want to shave a little off. You know, you want to manage that risk because this is, in theory, with this particular setup. No, it's not drawing it correctly now in this time frame, but this should be the protected low. If you're wrong, you want to be wrong appropriately, we'll put it. Okay, let me pull up Klein. Let me drag some stuff over here. So, should I sign out? That's not how you sign out. That's all I got. Cool. Let's just go back to the home here. Come on. Here it is. Okay. This is the screen you guys would see. All right. Hold on. Let me pull up my stream on the other thing. So this is Klein. Klein Funding, it's a prop firm. Okay. There's the one I'm using right now is it's called Cleo, C-L-E-O. And wow, guys, it's I don't even know if it's an exchange or a prop firm that they're using, but like their user interface, exchange-wise, is insane, and I'm going to show you why. But it's literally insane. All the things that you bitched about for other exchanges, like why don't they have this and why does it work this way? The Clio's doing it really nicely. Let me show you. So first things first, Klein Funding is a prop firm. There's a bunch of facts here. You can figure out how it works. Any questions, you can hit me up. If I can help you, great. If not, I can put you in touch with somebody, hopefully, who can answer a question I can't answer or the one that we cannot figure out together. Pricing, right? This is the Clio. There's Bybit. You can compare them. There's like stability rules to Bybit. That's like a Bybit thing. Clio, there's none of that stuff. Oops. There's none of that stuff on the Clio. And the targets here, right, they're a little higher, but I'm going to show you why, right? Because there is no stability rule, right? There's no stability rule with the trading, with the withdrawals and stuff like that. You don't have to do so many good trades or so many good days, and it's fucking sweet. Clio pulls its liquidity from Binance versus Bybit on Bybit, right? Hold on, someone's texting me. Can't be that important. Definitely not that important. Bybit has a lot of assets, but if you're in the United States, or I believe even in Canada, you can't use Bybit without a VPN. So for me, I'm not using it. I don't want any issues. Clio's great. There's 550 freaking crypto pairs you can use. Okay, 1 to 5x leverage. This is not the crypto stuff. You could be on Bybit all you want. I don't think this is correct. So, you know, they're not going to let you use 100K on 100x leverage because if you hit that, everyone's going to be SOL besides you. And it's also not proper risk management, right? Because you're going to lose a lot more than you win. I promise you that. So you can get the 5x leverage on Bitcoin. I think Ethereum as well. Right? You could see it. You could see it all right here. Clio, no stability rule. Bybit, standard. These are the accounts, right? You got a 5K, a 10K, a 25K, a 50K, a 100K. The way I would use this, guys, is so let's say you have you've kind of figured out your trading. I'm gonna use that term loosely. Let's say that you kind of figured out your trading, and you're like, you know what? I have $500 now. I want to put all $500. I have $1,000 I want to put in. Now I'm not saying go spend all 500, all 1,000 on this, but you can break it up into pieces and you can have a bigger capital. And this is going to force you more than you'd think to play appropriately, right? Because risk management is the name of the game. So let's say you have $100, okay? You could take that $100 and go buy, you know, a $5,000 account. And look, you can it'll be a little more expensive, but you can toggle, right? You want to split the rewards 70-30, 80-20, 90-10. You are that 70, 80, 90. So they're getting the less amount, you're getting the bigger amount. It's a static drawdown, okay? So what that means is it's static, it stays. If you have a $5,000 account and the drawdown's supposed to be 3% on the day, this trails, but the max drawdown stays, right? So let's just make it easy. For a 100K account, 6K or 6% is 6,000. So you can drop this account to 94,000, okay? As long as you do it and you don't break 3% a day, you have that static max drawdown of $94,000. That gives you a lot of wiggle room. That's huge. But anyways, you can get the $5,000 account for $65 now at the 90-10 split. You can even, if you want, you can toggle up the max drawdown from 6% to 8%. And what that does also is it makes that daily drawdown 4% versus 3%. That's bigger than you think, right? It's bigger than you think. Yes, the target for the challenge, or I would call it a challenge, the evaluation grows. That's because they're giving you more wiggle room, right? It is what it is. You know, if you stay, you know, if you want to do 90-10, 6% draw, max, 3% daily, it's a 10% target, right? If you do it this way, that stays the same, right? The reward split makes that the same, but the drawdowns changes it, right? So you go from 8 and 4 is 14%. It's still not a bad thing in my opinion. But let's say you want to do the 100K account, just because it makes numbers easy. Right, here we go. Look at this. Look at this. 810, 850, 90. This is the cheapest $100,000 on a reliable, proven prop firm that I've seen. Okay. The only other one that I've used that I've had no issues with is Breakout. And where Breakout and Klein differ is that user interface, and it's the price of them, right? Klein is cheaper, and the trading experience is 10 times better on Klein. I don't care what anybody says. Breakout's user interface, their exchange that they're using sucks. It does. Sorry. I'm going to hop into the Clio. Clio's, it slaps. It's freaking sick. So it's very customizable, guys. I highly recommend, you know, if you got your stuff under control and you think you're getting there to a point where you're ready to put some real money in, try it this way. Let this help build your account, okay? Because let's just say, where's my trading view? Okay, let's pull out the tool. All right. Okay, you're risking 0.5% with a 100 grand account. Let's say, I don't know, it doesn't have to be, let's go to the 15-minute. We're going to take the same trade. I'm going to show you this. All right? Boom. There's $3,000. Okay? 3 grand, one trade, risking 0.5%. Now, I'm going to change it because I also have another one where you can manage your risk appropriately as you would with an exchange, because the fees differ. What did I say that was? $860. Preferred leverage is 5. Risk value we'll say is 1. $59. You see what I'm saying? You see, and it wants me to higher the leverage, but you know, you can, right? It's not a big deal. I mean, we can go 15x leverage. It doesn't even freaking matter. It does not matter. $70, right? And this is assuming that you're limiting in at 0.01% fees. I guarantee most of you don't even have that. And I guarantee a lot of you market smash because you think that you got to see it in time to smash. Yes, time and place, right? There's a right time and a wrong time for all this. So for the same amount of money you could buy 100 grand with, risk a 0.5% more, you're looking at $70 versus $3,000. Yes, it'll take a longer time to get that 3,000 in the sense as it would to get this 70 because you got there's a trial phase, but it's a no-brainer, guys. I'm telling you, try and grow your account that way. Use proper risk management. Take your time, right? Allow the trades to come to you. That for me, that higher value allows me to take a breath, right? It allows me to know, like, okay, shit, I don't gotta go crazy, right? I have my account. I do more of a swing stuff with. I do like that, like that lower than 15-minute scalp, but that middle time frame, I got good capital, and I got stuff that's gonna, when it hits, it's gonna pay the bills. I can dedicate that to the bills, and then I can take my money and let it ride. That's how I've been playing, at least. It's sick. I'm telling you, you guys need to check this out. Okay, let's hop into my account. I'm gonna show you guys something. Okay. Work on it. Come on, baby. You can do it. So you see, I ended up getting a 100K account. It's not going to show, but this is a 100K account. I took the 90-10 split, and I upped the max draw to 8 and 4, okay, versus 6 and 3. So I have a 14% target. Your max drawdown resets in 7 hours and 27 minutes. So 7.5 hours from now, my drawdown resets. That's very important, okay? Like I said, if you're up 100% from now to the 7 hours and it resets and that thing drops a couple percent and whatever your leverage is going to be, you breach the account, you won't make $1. So it also forces you to close a trade. Come on, reset. Get in here. What are we doing here? There it is. It's all right here, right? Your daily drawdown, what you have left, I haven't traded yet on it, so I could draw down $4,000, right? That's 4%. And then the max drawdown is 8%. Right? Granted, if I hit the 4% in a day, well, this 8% max doesn't mean shit because I lost the account. So you need to pay attention. There's accounts, there's orders, withdrawal. I mean, withdrawal is super simple. You just click on it. You got to do the KYC, and then you just boom. You can put your crypto wallet in, boom. They'll send it right over. Yeah, right. Look at this, right? You even have a calendar. You can track your daily, your weekly, your monthly R&R. Your percentage, today's P&L, all this stuff is right here, right at your fingertips, right? Statistics, boom, it's all right here. It says stability score. You don't need it here. Let's see, no rule. On the Clio, there's no rule. In order to open it up, you go to credentials. You click that guy. I don't know if I was going to show my password, so I just did it quick. Not that it really freaking matters. There's my email. Here we go. I used this the other day. Get started. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It's gonna say get started. Bunch of stuff. How do I open that back up? So here's your standard mode and stuff. So say you click through that, right? You go to your standard mode. You go to your standard mode. And you can, just because you click it on that main screen doesn't mean you can't adjust it, right? So you got instant mode where you just click buy or sell, boom, it goes. Standard mode, you confirm it. I like to confirm. That's just the way it is. I can't save it because it already is what it is. Let's open this up. This is where the magic happens. And that other account is the one they gave me to play with it. So I played with it. Now I have my account. This is my account. The other one was trial. This one's mine because I liked it, so I went and got my own. Now, look at this, okay? I really want to emphasize on how this whole thing works because this is insane. Limit, stop, market, however you want it. Let's say you want a limit, right? Just for argument's sake, you want to buy or sell a limit. That's whatever, okay? Buy or sell a limit. Let's just say this limit here, you're looking to sell a limit, okay? I'm assuming if it comes back up here, somewhere, we can look for a short. So let's just say we're going to take it here, okay? Stop loss, drag it. If it breaks above this, I want out. Take profit. Right down here. Boom. Now, this is a 1 minute chart. I would not take this trade on this account. Keep that in mind. But just for taking a peek at it, actually, you know what I could do? Let's just do this right here. Boom, because this is the actual trade that we were just talking about. Right? Let's say this is it here. Right? Because we came back in. Boom, you covered a high of some sorts, whatever it's going to be. You want your take profit to be the low. Look, say I want to put 100% of my stuff in here, right? But I only want to risk these percents, right? And it's going to this because here's the default, right? 1, 2, 3, 5, 10%, or you can go conservative. A quarter, a half, a 1, 1.5, or 2. I do conservative because I'm not risking more than I definitely not risking more than 1%, but 0.5% is my thing. Ready? Boom. You click it. It's already here. Everything just set up, right? Everything just set up perfectly. And I kind of want to just market smash just for the sake of, let me see something quick. Just because we're here and I want to. Drag that, do 0.5%. Let's say we get back up into here. I'm gonna buy. I don't care. I'm with you guys and I'm feeling juicy, right? So it's a little more than I would like. Why? Because I market smashed, right? There's a little bit of slippage involved. So if you limit, there's not, okay? And also the price is moving. So you limit in, you don't get all that stuff. The fees are less. It shows your fees right here. Realize P&L already. How do you have minus $60 in fees or in realized profits? Because that's the fees. You don't have to go, they're not trying to hide it from you. It's right frickin' there. Well, let me go to the 15-minute quick because I do think we're coming up a little higher. I'm gonna do this just while I'm talking to you guys. Let's see. Right here. That's what I want. Do it. So I am up. Well, now it's coming down. Right, I'm up $2, $3, but my net P&L is at negative 120. Why? Because it's calculating fees. It's insane what this thing is doing. It's insane. Same thing for shorts, right? You want to do a limit short, right? I can't now because I turned hedge mode off. So if you want to do standard mode, that's great. Safe mode. How do I get to hedge mode? Here somewhere. Well, in the beginning it asked me. I'll find it later. But if you want to turn hedge mode on, which I don't want it on, so I don't really care, I could put a limit here, like say, like I think it's going to go from here to here, but we may have a little turbulence in between. You can set that trade up. Okay. I may just close this trade just for argument's sake. Now we're going to hold it, but the same thing goes for if you want to short, right? Can I do this? There it is, right? So I can't hedge, but I can hop in another long, right? If we come down here, same shit. However you want to do it, whatever you're pulling. Oh, take it easy. Right? So you want to limit down here. We come down, you think we're still good, whatever it's going to be. And here you go, right? That's it. Boom. Set your limit, right? Place your limit. I'm going to exit out of that because I don't want it. But it's so simple, guys. It is so freaking simple, right? Here we go. Stop loss here. Take profit up here. I want to risk 0.5%. Boom, it's right there. I want to risk 2%. Boom, it just does it for you. I'm telling you, anybody who's played around with this stuff, you know that this is not a thing. You know that this is not a thing. So, if you guys are interested in prop firm stuff, I highly recommend Klein. Right? Like you can do your TA on this, pull your fibs. Right? I already have it set to my settings here, 786, 618, and the 886. Like I already have it preset to what I want from when I was playing with it on the other account. So that's actually pretty cool because this is my first time opening this one. I literally bought it today, and it transferred right over. So that's freaking cool. I don't got to redo the settings every freaking time. Yeah, guys, I'm telling you, this is some different stuff, right? Let's do this. let's do this. Let's say you liked this guy up here. Boom. Okay. Let's say you like that guy up there. How negative am I? 165? For the sake of the stream, I'm just going to close it out. I really don't care. And then I'll get that back. See, and here it is right here. Now my total is 99,846. You go over to your dash. Boom. It's right here. Now what? What's my daily drawdown? Oh, I can only lose that much. I'm telling you, this stuff is so freaking cool. I wouldn't be talking about it if I didn't think so, and I really do think this is going to help you guys. And then after you get so many trades in, it'll update your stats and stuff. There's nothing to go on right now. But, right, and not my target, right? My target was 14,000 because it was 14% on a 100K account. Now I have to get another $153. So, but let's say you want to short, and you're going to limit, and you're just whatever, put it all in, it doesn't matter. And you're looking at this, boom, stop loss, boom, take profit, the low, right? This low right here, boom, boom, come down, come back up. I want the low. Now, granted, I'm not saying you could have gotten this trade because where's the magnet tool? Not the magnet. Jeez. Where is my thing? Do do do. I'll just do this. This was Sunday the 10th, and we didn't hit the bottom till Wednesday, right? So you're not holding that. You're not holding it on this. Okay, it may hit. You had another entry here. You could have got in if you were paying attention. Get out of here. If you were paying attention at this time, you definitely could have got in here. Okay, there's no doubt about it in my mind, at least. I did not, as I just didn't get in. I wasn't paying attention at this time. I don't know if I was sleeping or what it was, but I got in this guy. I got in over here. I took profits too early. I got back in here before the dump. Like this, there's just stuff to do, right? Like like this guy here, because there is an order block. Let's find the time frame. We're gonna find it. Actually, no, I'm not. I really don't care. Here it is. Let's say you took it, okay? And you're gonna cover the high. I would probably cover this actual wick here just a little bit. Just give it a little room. And you're gonna target the low. 8,600 bucks. All right, where's my calculator? 8,600 times 0.7. So if you do 70%, you're gonna make $6 grand, right? If you do the 90-10 split, that's $7,700, right? And must I add, appropriately, right? Absolutely appropriately. Proper risk management. That is key, okay? So I'm very impressed. I'm impressed enough to make me, to grab a $100,000 account. That's for sure. I haven't used prop firms in quite some time. I've been screwed out of some money on one. I'm not going to say the name, but they screwed me out of, I'm going to say, what am I saying here? Mid 5 figures, that was fun. But with the no rules, it's an open ball game, guys. It's an open ball game. This stuff is cool, and the person I'm talking to in here, right? Because I have questions. I got questions I want to ask. So I have some type of manager, whatever you want to call him. I have him in my contacts. I'm DMing him all the time, like, hey, what about this? What about that? Right? Because I want to learn, right? That way, I don't want to talk about something I like and not have answers for you guys. So, very responsive. It seems like a bunch of people just who also trade, trying to do the prop firm thing, and they're there for it. So I love it. I'm all in. What else? Yeah, I don't know. I can't get over this whole risk management thing, though. I'm telling you, this thing is so damn sweet, man. This thing is sweet. Let's say you wanted to get in over here, stop loss below the low, take profit, you know, in here somewhere. That's ideal. All right, this is normal. But, right, oh, look, I'd make 10 grand. No, you wouldn't. Shut up. 1,500, 1,600. You'd risk 500, you make 16. That's 3 to 1. Right? That's how you use these things. This is how you make it easy. This is dummy proof. This is dummy proof, right? So I want to use all of my bag, right? Oh, what the heck? Nope, I only want to risk 5%. It just does it for you, right? What? Limit? All right, let's go back and do it this way. Make sure everything was right, because I didn't realize I was on stop. Oh, it goes to stop once I press this button. I see. That's cool stuff, huh? Just does it for you. That trade would have been doing good too. it was I'm telling you, it's going. Right? We got the stuff here. Change, retest, break, SFP. We're gonna go. But any questions on that, guys? What do you think? I like it. Your indicators, right? Look at all these freaking pairs. I mean, I don't know why you need all these, but options are nice, I guess. Like, this is crazy. Yeah, this stuff is cool. Look at that. I ruined my... Oh, no. No. Whatever. It ruined my little line here. But yeah, guys, I got stuff I got to do today, but I definitely wanted to touch on that because I'm very impressed. You refresh it. If I have anything to refresh, it will. So if you guys are interested, you can get some % off. Use Brian15 in the discount code in the box whenever you do your thing, or in my Discord in this YouTube. There's going to be a link you guys can click on. Take advantage of the discount, right? Why not? It's better than the one you can get on their main page that I made sure of. It's a good way to not risk all your money, risk somebody else's, take advantage of it. I mean, you saw it there, right? It was dollar for dollar, basically. You can make $3 grand over $70 in a specific situation. So it's well worth it, in my opinion. If they're for you, they're not for everybody, but typically they're not for the people who aren't risking appropriately. So it definitely will help you dial in. It's gonna go, guys. It's gonna go. Right? Like, oh. What's the RSI looking like here? Let's take a peek. Yeah, you got bullish dividends. Not bad. But anyways, I got stuff to do today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found this helpful. Because I like it and I'm going to be using it. And hopefully I'll have some live trading sessions to come with this. So, anybody who stopped by, I appreciate you. And we'll catch you guys next time. Thank you.